Shrewsbury International School hosting a little tournament this morning for the BISEC schools here in Thailand and Bangkok. There's quite a few schools come out from Bangkok, and just kicked off half an hour or so ago, and good weather for it. Again, a great day again. Do need a little bit of rain, but that's okay. Course nice and hard and fast for them. As turf managers, we complain a lot about the golfers on the golf course, but it's so good to see the golf course getting used, especially getting used by kids, by the juniors up and coming. So it's a pleasure to have them here today, and they hit it hard. Let's see in a moment here, a bit of teeing off going on. We'll see how well they hit it, but I can assure you I've seen some shots already and they go well. I don't know how well you can see that, but that kid just smoked it dead centre for fairway. Great shot. Welcome to Monday, Lotus Valley. Through the low season, April to October, we are closed on Mondays, and we do maintenance day on Mondays. Actually, a lot of clubs in Thailand, same, close on Mondays for maintenance day. Very common. This year we tried something a little bit different actually. We opened a couple of times on Mondays and for big groups, and actually got a bit of business out of that, so we might put that into our strategy next year, have some random open Mondays on through the low season. But yeah, Mondays closed, low season, so the guys, maintenance crew on the golf course, get out. A lot of maintenance going on Mondays typically, but right now we are open again on Mondays, so we're starting to get a few golfers through on Mondays. And that's okay, that's all good. Still plenty of work getting done this morning. We've kind of missed a bit. I'm a bit late with the camera. They're out pretty early, but yeah. Why am I sitting in the semi-dark? Well, I'm just on my way back up to Lotus Valley, about an hour 45, about 40 minutes into the drive. On my days off, I head down to Pattaya to see the wife and the kids. I only get one day off a week. Thailand has a 48-hour working week. Arrived back at Lotus Valley this morning. Everything is in relative order, and it's actually turned out to be quite a nice day, so that's all good. So as the vlogs continue, I will try to cover a few different subjects here and there. I've got a few things in mind, a few things that we do here, show you around a little bit of Bangkok when I get into Bangkok and down in Pattaya, and yeah, a few other things, and mix it up a little bit, but predominantly of course turf related, golf related, and we'll see how it all goes. As I say, this morning's actually turned out nice. They tell me we had 3 mil of rain overnight, so that's good, perfect. And today we're getting a few pump things sorted out. I won't put that in this vlog, but I'll tell you about that in another vlog, and I'll show you a bit of what's going on, a bit of the craziness. So I mentioned just before about the rainfall we had overnight, 3 mil, nice drop. And although the course looks nice and green, in the roughs we're a little bit dry. Our profile is clay, the fairways and the roughs and those areas. So yeah, not too free draining. When it rains a lot, it gets wet. When it's hot for a long time, it gets very dry. So interestingly enough, some species don't really handle the dry as well as they do in, say, Australia or America or even South Africa, some of the warm season species. And Bermuda is one of those, or Cooch. And we've got a bit of 419 in the roughs and a little bit on the fairways. And when it dries out, that really starts to really die off quite quickly. It doesn't handle it at all, which is very different than Australia, in the Australian climate. The Cooch there, the Bermuda, actually quite drought tolerant. But really the reason that is the case here in Asia, and it's quite common in Asia, is that the amount of rainfall we get. So here in Thailand I think we're about 2,000 millimetres average a year, maybe 1,500 to 2,000 millimetres. When I was in Brunei we had about 4,000 millimetres a year, and that's the same for Singapore and Malaysia and parts of Indonesia. And so with that much rainfall, there's no chance for the turf to build up any kind of drought tolerance at all. So it really relies on good amount of water, and when it doesn't get it, it really claps out. And a funny thing, when I was in Brunei, I used to ask them what seasons do we have? When's the dry season? Oh, dry season's in April. Okay, no worries, get ready for April. So we were ready for April. I was anyway. And April rolls on round, and it's still raining. And I say, when's the dry season? Oh, it's now, boss. So we had about 2 weeks where no rain, and that was it. That was the dry season. But that also relates to the two kind of seasons that we do have in Asia, and that's monsoonal and tropical. And so obviously the difference is that tropical is year-round rainfall, basically, not say every day rainfall, but every week rainfall. Monsoonal is definitely fixed rain season, and that's what we are in Thailand. We're monsoonal in this part of Thailand, certainly. So we get a rainy season and we get a definite dry season. This year the dry season was 4 months, no rain for 4 months, which is normal in Australia, normal probably in America and South Africa and many other parts of the world. But yeah, that was quite a very hot dry season, days well over 40, and just dry for 4 months. So we have a big reservoir, we're okay, we've got plenty of water on the golf course, as you've seen. A little bit of insight there into the weather in Southeast Asia, and that's that topic there probably helps me finish off this vlog, and I'll get that out there, and then we'll move on to some other topics. And if you've got any topics you want me to talk about, I don't know everything, but maybe I can research and open up some discussion.